Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a very different video. This is actually going to be on a flash that I just got. A lot of people keep asking me a lot of questions about like what equipment I use for my videos and stuff, and I actually do a lot of photography on the side, or I like to say that I do. It's just more of a hobby and something that I really enjoy, just learning new things. I'm not like a professional or anything like that, so this is, you're gonna know in this video that I just really don't know a lot, but I do enjoy it a lot. So I was looking for a flash. Like I said, I'm not a professional, so that I'm new from the beginning that I wasn't going to use it often. So I was looking at cheaper options, and I found that this one is a Speedlite, and it's from Neewer. I've had really good experience with Neewer. I've bought a couple of their flashlights and their ring lights as well. So I knew that the brand is okay, and you obviously get what you pay for, but for the amount of times that I'm going to be using this and for the purpose that I'm using this, I feel like it's just exactly what I needed. So it retails for $30, and you can get this one on Amazon. And it just, honestly, I feel like it was such a good price. I'm pretty sure with shipping, it comes to about like $35 to $40. So it's super inexpensive. In this little box right here, and this is a model right there, Tt560. If you found this video, you're probably looking for it. So I'm going to show you how it comes. So what it brings is this, comes in this nice little pouch. And then other than this, the only accessory that it brings in this is this little mount that you can just place down if you're going to put it on the table. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to open this up, show you guys how it looks. So this is the actual flash right here. So you can see it's pretty bulky, but honestly I do like it. I feel like once I put it on my camera, it's just going to look really professional and kind of cool. So it just says Tt560 Speedlite. As you can see, it's very brand new. It has all the stickers and everything. So here you have your light settings. You can kind of go from 1 to, I believe, 8, and you go obviously down and up from there. So the higher you go, the more intensity you're gonna have on the flash, and then the lowest, obviously, the less. Then you have your mode right here. This button is just gonna change it from manual to S1 to S2. I would probably just leave it on manual. S1 is for when you're using multiple flashes and you want them to go off at the same time. And then you have S2 right here, which is when you have another flash that is kind of like the main flash, and then you want this one to go a second. This powers off when somebody hits the flash the second time. Then you have your test, which is this is how you know the flash is actually working. If it doesn't work on your camera, you can see it right there. Every time I hit it, it's just working. So I know my flash is definitely working. I'm gonna turn it off right now. If you turn it to the side, you can see that you have your battery slot right here. It takes four AA batteries right there. Pretty self-explanatory and easy. On the other side, you can see your Neewer right here and this little red light. I'm gonna go ahead and take the sticker off so you guys can like actually appreciate how it looks like. I feel like it's pretty nice. And then that is it. So this flash actually turns all the way down, this way obviously. So it turns all the way down towards the person that you're shooting. You obviously don't want to put it right onto their face. I would probably not do that. That would be too much light on people's faces, and especially when you're taking pictures of makeup and stuff like that, which is what I'm going to be doing. You don't want this flash just going onto their face. It's going to look like too bright. So I would probably just leave it up the whole time and probably bring the bounce card out, which I'll show you in a second. On the bottom you have your mount, and this is something that I had a lot of trouble. I already did try to power it on my camera, and I'm going to mention in a second what happened. This just wasn't working for some reason. So you want to make sure that this is connected to your camera properly so it does work. So this, once you put it on your camera, you kind of screw it on. I'm going to show you guys on this. So this is just a hot shoe. You put it here, and then you kind of screw it on. You want to make sure that it's a little tight, not too tight, but you definitely want to make sure that there is connection between you and your camera. Obviously, I'm using this as an example, and I'm going to show you how it looks if you want to use this as a secondary flash, and you can just turn it and everything. So as far as turning, like I said, it turns all the way towards the person you're shooting, but it also turns sideways. So I believe it turns only this way as far as this, and then the other way it just turns all the way around. And you can, once it's like this, you can actually switch it down as well. So if you're shooting portrait, this is really good. But like I said, I'm just gonna leave it up, and I'm not really gonna bother with that. That is a model right there. I feel like it's just really nice. I honestly have no complaints. I am not a flash expert. You probably have noticed that with the way that I'm talking about it, but I'm hoping that this can be like a learning experience for me. I'm definitely gonna, like, you know, I got this one. Is not expensive. One is not like a Canon one. I didn't spend $200 on it, so I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for me to just kick the shit out of it, like people say, and just really learn how to use them. Depending on the circumstances and where you are, I feel like flashes can be something really useful, but they can also ruin all your pictures. So especially on like clubs and stuff like that, where there's not a lot of light, or open spaces where there's a lot of people, I feel like they just are tricky. So something I didn't show you guys is right here, it does have a bounce guard. So when you pull this out, it has this little bounce guard right here, right there. So that's probably how I would use it. So when you're taking pictures of people, it just kind of like takes off the shadows underneath their eyes. Something I forgot to mention is that if you're pointing your flash at the person, it's probably going to give them red eye, so I would probably not recommend that. And not only does it have the bounce guard, but it also has this little diffuser that you can use for wide angle shots that I think is really nice. So if you want to use both of them, you can do it as well. So I don't know what the easiest way to pull this out is, but I just keep taking the diffuser and then I just take the bounce guard from there. I'm really afraid to like lose this. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. I honestly have no complaints so far. Now I'm gonna mount it on the camera and show you guys what I did. So I have my camera right here. I'm using the Rebel T6i. That is a camera that I use for my YouTube videos, and then I'm just gonna mount this on right there. As you can see, I obviously have the manual towards me. You can't really set it up the other way. I don't think it would actually work. Okay guys, I just spent the last 35 minutes trying to plug this into my camera, and for the longest time it just wasn't working. I was trying to look on Reddit, like, you know, threads or people saying why it didn't work or what I was doing wrong. I was kind of expecting it to work from the camera, like from the menu, but then I found out that this one doesn't actually, since it's not a Canon one, it just doesn't communicate to the camera. So the only communication between the camera and the flash is from this circuit on the bottom that I'm going to show you, like right here. So you definitely want to make sure that this, that this is connected right onto the hot shoe, which I wish I could show you, but I have a fixed lens right here. Let me just move it up. There you go. So it definitely has to connect to this. So I'm going to show you right now what I did to make it connect. I don't know if any of these settings have to be on, because like I said, it doesn't really communicate with the camera, but this is how it worked for me. So I'm going to turn my camera on, and you're going to go to your menu section. I have it on manual right now, and I went to flash control. You definitely want to make sure that it is enabled. That is the first thing you have to do. And then I went to built-in flash settings, and I changed it to manual right here. So instead of ETTL, it has to be on manual. And then the wireless, I just put it right here. I'm sure this one doesn't have a wireless, so I'm not sure if that works. So the flash output, I did put it all the way through 1/128th, because that is the lowest. So I want to make sure that this flash doesn't go off. And then that's it. I said okay. And then if you try to go to external flash functions, it's just not going to work, and it's going to say that it's incompatible just because it's not communicating with the camera. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this on. You put it this way, obviously, where you have your settings right here in front of you. And I'm just making sure that it's really tight so it does come on. Okay, so now I'm going to just take this camera with me so you guys can like actually see the whole picture. I wish I had a bigger lens, but I don't for this camera. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. So one thing that I did notice is that at first I was trying to take pictures of myself, and I had a little remote right here, and that obviously did not work. You have to be pressing the button over here instead of a remote or a timer, and you cannot have the viewfinder on, obviously, otherwise it's just not going to work. So what you want to do is use this little screen right here to take your pictures. So as you can see, I have the camera on. I already did take a couple of pictures of my dog, so I have it on manual right now. And then the light, I'm going to have it on the 4th. And then that's it. That's pretty much all that you have to do. I'm going to just come a little closer so you can see when I press the shutter, it is going to go off now. See how it went off? If I was to have this on right here, you can see right there that when I press it, it just doesn't go off. So you can see on the pictures right there how it was really bright and then it wasn't, because it just doesn't work that way. So you have to make sure that you're using this instead of the actual viewfinder. So I think it works great. I'm going to take a couple of pictures of my dog right now. I'm going to let you guys know which settings I'm using. If you go any higher than this, it's just way too bright. Like, I'm going to do a test picture just so you guys can see. Look how bright that is. It's just insane. So nobody needs that much flash. I'm going to go right back to 4. Okay, so I went ahead and turned my camera on. I do want to show you guys that you just turn this on and then you go ahead and turn the flash on, and as soon as you do, it is going to recognize it. So right now I have the flash off. I'm going to take the first picture of my dog, which is the flash off. I'm sorry that I'm so far off and you guys can see much of what's going on, but look at me, puppy. So I have my camera on and I'm just going to go ahead and take a picture. So this one is just with the flash off. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. I have my settings on 4, manual, and then with the bounce card out. Theo, look at me. Same picture. Beautiful. And I'm going to use the bounce card up, but I'm also going to bring the diffuser out. And I'm still on 4 on manual. Theo. So now I'm going to leave the diffuser and the bounce card out, but I'm going to bring it down to 3 just because I feel like it's a little too light. Theo. And I think that was pretty perfect right there. So now I'm going to take the bounce card down, and I'm going to bring the diffuser down as well. So I'm just going to use the flash by itself on 3. Theo. Theo. Hey. And that's pretty good too. I can see a little bit of shadow there, but honestly it is pretty good. So now I'm going to bring it all the way up. I want to show you guys how it looks. Theo. And then all the way down. So this is pretty crazy. I feel like these pictures are just not very useful. And this one is really, really dark. So I would recommend staying between 3 and 4. Honestly, that's what I would do. And notice that I haven't been pointing this at my dog. I really don't want to like put all that flash into his eyes, just because it scares me. But I would probably just do maybe like this. So it's still bouncing off the wall. So light's still bouncing off the wall, but it's not like hitting him too hard. So I'm going to go ahead and take one picture like this. Theo. And that was actually pretty good. I don't know if I like them more than the other ones. I feel like the other ones were just better light-wise. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and then turn this flash off as well. I know this is like not a video that is on theme with my channel, but I feel like I could have helped a lot of people, especially today when I couldn't just get it plugged and synced to my camera, and I looked everywhere and people just didn't have an answer for me. So if you are having that incompatible issue with the Canon, don't be afraid. It is gonna just work. Like I said, I was turning my camera off and this off all the time, but I was definitely using the viewfinder, so that was my bad. I'm used to just taking pictures of myself for my Instagram and stuff. If I do something with other people, it's like really rare. I do want to start doing more portraits, which is why I got this. I think I'm going to do an updated video on like what equipment I used to film and everything like that, just because I have gotten a lot of new things and have changed a lot of new things, and I feel like I can help people that are just starting and beginning. And I also made the mistake of buying too many things that I just didn't need, and then I just had them laying around. So not always the most expensive things is the thing that is going to work for you. Like something just inexpensive and cheap is going to do the same job, which is like, this is one of the examples. So I could have gone out and spend $200 on a Canon flash, but I honestly don't do photography for a living, so there's really no, I just can't justify that purchase. So I feel like this one for $30 is just exactly what I needed. It does the job. It's taking beautiful pictures of my dog, at least the first time. Hopefully it doesn't die on me. My only complaint is that it's battery. I would like to get one that is that has a charger on it, but it does have a charging port on this side. I just really don't know how it works yet, but if I do, I would be sure to let you guys know, maybe on another video. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye!